The 1 Hour English Daily
一天一小时英文情境式听力系列，多国口音，让你听得更广，听得更深入，听得更地道。别忘了订阅我们的频道，按赞、分享，并在下方留言打卡，一起互相鼓励。
What was your high school like? What was your high school like?
It was fun but also stressful. It was fun but also stressful.
Do you have a favorite subject? Do you have a favorite subject?
I loved history. What about you?
I was really into English literature. I was really into English literature.
That's cool. Any favorite books? That's cool. Any favorite books?
Did you ever skip class? Did you ever skip class?
Maybe once or twice. Maybe once or twice.
I skipped math class once. I skipped math class once.
You rebel. You rebel.
What was your funniest school memory? What was your funniest school memory?
My friend tripped during a presentation. My friend tripped during a presentation.
That must have been hilarious. That must have been hilarious.
We all laughed so hard. We all laughed so hard.
Did you ever have a crush on a teacher? Did you ever have a crush on a teacher?
Nope, but some teachers were really cool. Nope, but some teachers were really cool.
What clubs were you in? What clubs were you in?
I was in the drama club. I was in the drama club.
Did you act in any plays? Did you act in any plays?
Yeah, I played the lead once. Yeah, I played the lead once.
That's impressive. That's impressive.
Thanks. It was so much fun. Thanks. It was so much fun.
Were you in any sports teams? Were you in any sports teams?
Yeah, I played soccer. Yeah, I played soccer.
Our school's soccer team was terrible. Our school's soccer team was terrible.
Ours was pretty good. Ours was pretty good.
Did you go to prom? Did you go to prom?
Yes. It was a great night. Yes. It was a great night.
I went, but I couldn't dance at all. I went, but I couldn't dance at all.
Same here. I just stood around. Same here. I just stood around.
Did you ever get detention? Did you ever get detention?
Once, for being late too many times. Once, for being late too many times.
My detention was for talking too much in class. My detention was for talking too much in class.
I believe that. I believe that.
If you could relive high school, would you? If you could relive high school, would you?
Maybe, but only the fun parts. Maybe, but only the fun parts.
I think I'd do some things differently. I think I'd do some things differently.
Same, but I'd keep the good memories. Same, but I'd keep the good memories.
High school was a wild time. High school was a wild time.
Definitely. But it shaped who we are. Definitely. But it shaped who we are.
Do you like classic movies? Do you like classic movies?
Yes. There's something magical about them. Yes. There's something magical about them.
Do you watch black and white films? Do you watch black and white films?
Sometimes. They have a unique charm. Sometimes. They have a unique charm.
What's your favorite classic movie? What's your favorite classic movie?
Probably Casablanca. It's timeless. Probably Casablanca. It's timeless.
Oh, I love Casablanca. Oh, I love Casablanca.
Right. The dialogue is brilliant. Right. The dialogue is brilliant.
Do you prefer old Hollywood or modern films? Do you prefer old Hollywood or modern films?
Old Hollywood had more style. Old Hollywood had more style.
I agree, the actors were so elegant. I agree, the actors were so elegant.
Yes. And the cinematography was stunning. Yes. And the cinematography was stunning.
Have you seen Gone with the Wind? Have you seen Gone with the Wind?
Of course. It's a masterpiece. Of course. It's a masterpiece.
You think black and white movies are boring? You think black and white movies are boring?
Not at all. They tell great stories. Not at all. They tell great stories.
I love watching silent films too. I love watching silent films too.
Me too. Charlie Chaplin was a genius. Me too. Charlie Chaplin was a genius.
Do you think movies today lack originality? Do you think movies today lack originality?
Some do, but there are still great ones. Some do, but there are still great ones.
What makes classic movies so special? What makes classic movies so special?
They have heart and depth. They have heart and depth.
Do you like film noir? Do you like film noir?
Yes. The mood and lighting are incredible. Yes. The mood and lighting are incredible.
Who's your favorite classic actor? Who's your favorite classic actor?
Probably Audrey Hepburn. She's iconic. Probably Audrey Hepburn. She's iconic.
I love Cary Grant's movies. I love Cary Grant's movies.
Oh, he was so charming. Oh, he was so charming.
Have you ever watched a classic movie in a theater? Have you ever watched a classic movie in a theater?
Yes. It was an amazing experience. Yes. It was an amazing experience.
Do you prefer watching old movies alone or with friends? Do you prefer watching old movies alone or with friends?
Alone. That way, I can really focus. Alone. That way, I can really focus.
I like watching them with someone so we can discuss after. I like watching them with someone so we can discuss after.
That's a great idea. That's a great idea.
Do you think modern movies will become classics someday? Do you think modern movies will become classics someday?
Some of them, but not all. Some of them, but not all.
If you could star in a classic movie, which one would it be? If you could star in a classic movie, which one would it be?
Roman Holiday. That film is perfect. Roman Holiday. That film is perfect.
We should have a classic movie night. We should have a classic movie night.
Absolutely. That would be amazing. Absolutely. That would be amazing.
Do you like visiting museums? Do you like visiting museums?
Yes. I find them fascinating. Yes. I find them fascinating.
What's your favorite museum in the U.S.? What's your favorite museum in the U.S.?
The Met in New York. It's incredible. The Met in New York. It's incredible.
Oh, I love the Met too. Oh, I love the Met too.
The art collection there is amazing. The art collection there is amazing.
Have you been to the Smithsonian? Have you been to the Smithsonian?
Yes. It has so many great exhibits. Yes. It has so many great exhibits.
I want to visit the National Air and Space Museum. I want to visit the National Air and Space Museum.
Oh, that's a must-see. Oh, that's a must-see.
Have you been to the Getty Museum in La? Have you been to the Getty Museum in La?
Yes. The architecture is stunning. Yes. The architecture is stunning.
I love art museums. I love art museums.
Same. They are so inspiring. Same. They are so inspiring.
Do you prefer modern art or classical art? Do you prefer modern art or classical art?
I appreciate both, but I lean towards classical. I appreciate both, but I lean towards classical.
Have you ever visited the Art Institute of Chicago? Have you ever visited the Art Institute of Chicago?
Not yet, but it's on my list. Not yet, but it's on my list.
What kind of museum would you open if you could? What kind of museum would you open if you could?
Museum about world cultures. Museum about world cultures.
That sounds amazing. That sounds amazing.
Right. It would be so educational. Right. It would be so educational.
Have you been to any unusual museums? Have you been to any unusual museums?
Yes. I went to a spy museum once. Yes. I went to a spy museum once.
That sounds so cool. That sounds so cool.
It was. They had real spy gadgets. It was. They had real spy gadgets.
Do you think museums should be free? Do you think museums should be free?
Yes. Everyone should have access to culture. Yes. Everyone should have access to culture.
Do you buy souvenirs at museums? Do you buy souvenirs at museums?
Sometimes, if I really love an exhibit. Sometimes, if I really love an exhibit.
Do you like interactive exhibits? Do you like interactive exhibits?
Yes. They make learning so much fun. Yes. They make learning so much fun.
That's one museum you'd love to visit. That's one museum you'd love to visit.
Louvre. It's a dream of mine. Louvre. It's a dream of mine.
Have you been to any science museums? Have you been to any science museums?
Yes. The ones with space exhibits are my favorite. Yes. The ones with space exhibits are my favorite.
Do you take a lot of photos in museums? Do you take a lot of photos in museums?
Only when it's allowed. Only when it's allowed.
Let's visit a museum together next time. Let's visit a museum together next time.
That sounds like a great idea. That sounds like a great idea.
Do you like doing DIY projects? Do you like doing DIY projects?
Yes. It's so satisfying to make something yourself. Yes. It's so satisfying to make something yourself.
What's the last DIY project you did? What's the last DIY project you did?
I built a bookshelf for my room. I built a bookshelf for my room.
That's impressive. Was it difficult? That's impressive. Was it difficult?
A little, but I figured it out. A little, but I figured it out.
Have you ever made furniture? Have you ever made furniture?
No, but I'd love to try. No, but I'd love to try.
What kind of DIY do you enjoy most? What kind of DIY do you enjoy most?
I love painting and decorating. I love painting and decorating.
Do you watch DIY videos online? Do you watch DIY videos online?
All the time. They give me great ideas. All the time. They give me great ideas.
Have you ever done a home improvement project? Have you ever done a home improvement project?
I helped paint my living room once. I helped paint my living room once.
Did it turn out well? Did it turn out well?
It was messy, but I liked the result. It was messy, but I liked the result.
Have you ever tried woodworking? Have you ever tried woodworking?
No, but it looks really cool. No, but it looks really cool.
I once made a wooden coffee table. I once made a wooden coffee table.
That's awesome. Was it hard? That's awesome. Was it hard?
Do you like making handmade gifts? Do you like making handmade gifts?
Yes. They feel more personal. Yes. They feel more personal.
What's the best DIY gift you've made? What's the best DIY gift you've made?
A handmade photo album. A handmade photo album.
Have you ever made your own clothes? Have you ever made your own clothes?
No, but I'd love to try sewing. No, but I'd love to try sewing.
Do you have any DIY fails? Do you have any DIY fails?
Plenty. But that's part of learning. Plenty. But that's part of learning.
What's your dream DIY project? What's your dream DIY project?
Building my own tiny house. Building my own tiny house.
Have you ever upcycled something? Have you ever upcycled something?
Yes. I turned an old ladder into a bookshelf. Yes. I turned an old ladder into a bookshelf.
That's so creative. That's so creative.
Thanks. It saved me money too. Thanks. It saved me money too.
Do you think DIY is cheaper than buying new things? Do you think DIY is cheaper than buying new things?
Sometimes, but not always. Sometimes, but not always.
Have you ever tried candle making? Have you ever tried candle making?
No, but that sounds really fun. No, but that sounds really fun.
Let's do a DIY project together sometime. Let's do a DIY project together sometime.
Great idea. That would be so fun. Great idea. That would be so fun.
Do you believe in astrology? Do you believe in astrology?
I think it's fun, but I don't take it too seriously. I think it's fun, but I don't take it too seriously.
What's your zodiac sign? What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Leo. What about you? I'm a Leo. What about you?
I'm a Taurus. Do you think our signs match? I'm a Taurus. Do you think our signs match?
I think they do. Fire and earth go well together. I think they do. Fire and earth go well together.
Do you check your horoscope? Do you check your horoscope?
Sometimes, just for fun. Sometimes, just for fun.
Do you think zodiac signs affect personality? Do you think zodiac signs affect personality?
Maybe a little, but people are unique. Maybe a little, but people are unique.
Have you ever read about moon signs? Have you ever read about moon signs?
Yes. They say it reflects your emotions. Yes. They say it reflects your emotions.
What's your rising sign? What's your rising sign?
I think it's Gemini. I think it's Gemini.
Do you think some signs are more compatible than others? Do you think some signs are more compatible than others?
That's what people say. That's what people say.
Have you ever met someone who totally matched their zodiac sign? Have you ever met someone who totally matched their zodiac sign?
Yes. My friend is such a typical Virgo. Yes. My friend is such a typical Virgo.
What's the most interesting zodiac fact you know? What's the most interesting zodiac fact you know?
Each sign has a ruling planet. Each sign has a ruling planet.
Do you know about Chinese zodiac signs? Do you know about Chinese zodiac signs?
Yes. Mine is the dragon. Yes. Mine is the dragon.
I'm a rabbit. Do you think it fits me? I'm a rabbit. Do you think it fits me?
Maybe. Rabbits are supposed to be gentle. Maybe. Rabbits are supposed to be gentle.
Have you ever dated someone based on their sign? Have you ever dated someone based on their sign?
Not really, but I've heard people do. Not really, but I've heard people do.
Do you believe in Mercury retrograde? Do you believe in Mercury retrograde?
I don't know, but weird things happen. I don't know, but weird things happen.
What's the funniest zodiac stereotype? What's the funniest zodiac stereotype?
That Geminis can't make decisions. That Geminis can't make decisions.
Have you ever had a birth chart reading? Have you ever had a birth chart reading?
No, but I'd love to try. No, but I'd love to try.
Do you think astrology is real or just fun? Do you think astrology is real or just fun?
I think it's fun, but I keep an open mind. I think it's fun, but I keep an open mind.
What's your least favorite zodiac trait? What's your least favorite zodiac trait?
Probably stubbornness in Taurus. Probably stubbornness in Taurus.
Do you think astrology can predict the future? Do you think astrology can predict the future?
Not really, but it's fun to think about. Not really, but it's fun to think about.
Let's check our horoscopes for fun. Let's check our horoscopes for fun.
Sounds good. Let's see what it says. Sounds good. Let's see what it says.
如果这部影片有帮助到您，欢迎按赞、分享、订阅、留言，来帮助更多的人。最后记得开启小铃铛，让我们一起共同学习与成长吧。